Yeah, I'm ready now. Just let me know when to actually log in or enter the race, you know what I mean. Alright, this is Hooters Truck Series Racing from Kentucky, presented by Big Ten Racing. I am your host, Mountaineer. This is the first playoff race in the Hooters Truck Series. We have 8 drivers vying for one championship, 7 races to decide it, first of which tonight at Kentucky. I don't have the starting lineup yet. Oh, there we go. Alright, so Mucka, your 2-time defending winner of the Hooters Truck Series, will be on the pole. Now will be followed by Extra Seasoning starting second and Ratliff starting third. Just waiting to get the go-ahead to log into the game. Kentucky. Alright, and we will be joining up here. Alright, so this will be a 75 lap race at Kentucky. We should have stages, let's see if I can do the math here. Should be about 17 or 18 laps to a stage, followed by, I think, 37, 38 laps on the final stage. So we're going to get right into it tonight, none of those long intros. Mucka on the pole, here he goes. Only 7 tonight. Mucka clears Seasoning through 2. Seasoning, though, gets a run off the corner. Can't get to the outside, he'll try to get to the inside. Mucka blocks him into 3. Now turn 3 and 4, a much slower corner. Mucka seems to be the only one to realize that as everybody else slides up the track. Mucka pulls ahead a couple car lengths on Extra Seasoning. They all dive back into 1 and 2. You can really try and drive it deep into 1. That high lane can kind of work. Oh, we've got the 99 truck way on the apron. Ratliff started 3rd. He is dropping. Gets into Scotty there in 3. There goes Ruby into the back of Scotty. Ratliff has dropped to 4th behind Colligator. Colligator, though, leader in regular season wins with 3. This is the first time he'll compete with Mucka. Ratliff holding on to 4th as Ruby tries to clear Scotty Jr. Couldn't get it done. And Scotty will hold that position for now. Ruby onto the inside. Ruby all over the back of Scotty right now. A little further ahead, Mucka, he is pulled away from Extra Seasoning, who he himself has pulled away a little bit from P. Colligator. Solid run for Seasoning. And you can just hear how much slower these trucks have to go through 3 and 4. A lot less banking in that corner. And your speed really drops. You have to be very careful about when you get back into the gas, or else you're going to hit the wall off 4. Whereas turn 1, you can really drive it in pretty deep. It gets pretty loose off of 2. You can even see a difference in banking. Here comes Colligator looking for 2nd, followed closely by Ratliff. Seasoning able to hold off the 87 truck in 1 and 2. Or maybe not, he slides up on exit. Seasoning glancing off the wall, that's the opening for Colligator for 2nd. Rookie Colligator slides his truck up. Ratliff might try and get both of them here. Ratliff clear for second place. And now Colligator makes contact with the 99, send him up the hill. Oh, that's the 51, sorry, of extra seasoning. Ratliff gonna try and hold the outside, but through 3 and 4, that outside line just does not work. Colligator gets a strong run. He's gonna have to push the 51 truck. And the 20 of Ruby has gotten into this battle. Colligator gonna look inside. Oh, seasoning slides way up the track. He's gonna drop all the way to 5th. Colligator takes 2nd. Ruby! Whew, Ruby lost his truck. And that's gonna bring out a yellow. Ruby got way loose off of 2, slams into Scotty Jr. Mucka crosses the line. He continues to lead. Followed by, it looks like, Colligator in 2nd. A 4-car battle for 2nd turns into the first caution of the night. How many to go? Hey, Scotty, how many laps left?
Right now there's 9 to go.
Thank you. Just 9 laps to go here in stage 1. I think you have to take 4 tires. Kentucky's pretty unforgiving about that. There's a lot of fall off early on in a run. We'll see what the leaders do. Mucka, Colligator, Ratliff, Seasoning, and then Scotty D as they make their first pit stops of the night. And as expected, everybody will make their first pit stop of the night. So we'll see if we get any 2-tire shenanigans here. Mucka's had the fastest truck so far. Colligator finally got up to 2nd, so we'll see what he has for the 2 truck. Always interesting animations happening on pit road in these online races. Looks like everybody... Oh, maybe not. Scotty D gets out first. Looks like he's on a 2-tire strategy. He'll be followed by Mucka, Colligator. And I think Seasoning inches out Ratliff? I don't know how they're going to decide that. And it looks like 4th place will go to Ratliff. Alright, so Scotty D takes 2 tires. They will go green this time by 7 laps left in the first stage. Can Scotty D hold off Mucka and Colligator? In that 52 Toyota. Remember, these are all playoff drivers. They all need every point they can get. Enter the restart zone. I said that a little there. It's restart zone. And there goes Scotty D. He gets a great jump. Mucka's going to drop all the way to 3rd. Colligator's going to have his chance to win the stage and grab a very valuable playoff point here. Scotty drops all the way to the back. Scotty Jr., that is. Scotty D continues to hold the lead on Colligator. The 87 to the inside. And Scotty D gets way out of the groove there. Colligator to the lead. Mucka 2nd. 6 laps to go this time by. There's a huge battle here for 3rd. Looks like Scotty Jr. will take 3rd from Ratliff right here. Ratliff's going to try and cross over. Doesn't quite have the speed down the straightaway. Scotty overdrove turn 3 a little bit. So did Colligator. Ratliff looking for third as Mucka pursues Colligator for the lead. Oh, and Ratliff got way out of the groove. Could not hold the bottom. Can Scotty hold off this challenge? He'll clear into 3. Ratliff has been very strong off of 4 tonight, and he continues that again. Tries to get to the inside. They make contact. Ratliff gonna have to settle for 4th. Ruby 5th. Seasoning outside of the playoff point, or the stage point position. You see Scotty D's 2-tire strategy has not paid off. Ratliff to the outside. Can't get it there. He crosses over to the inside. 3rd place will go to the 99. Can Seasoning take 2 spots in one corner? He's going to get 4th here. Ruby's going to try and take it from him, though. Oh, Seasoning on the inside of Ratliff. Can he get a run off? They all go way down to the inside. Ruby's going to make a run on the outside of Seasoning. This is the last stage point right here. Ruby's going to take 4th. Oh no, Ruby hits the wall. Not missing too much up front. This is for 4th and 5th. Seasoning able to clear Ruby. Slides up in front of him. Ruby's going to try and make a run off. They shove each other down the backstretch. Ruby's going to get a look for 4th. And Ruby able to take 4th place away from Seasoning. Now Scotty all over the back of the 51. Hard racing. How many laps left? This is the last lap of the stage. Mucka, can he make a move on Colligator? Looks to the inside, they touch. Mucka's gonna have a chance. Dives to the inside. But Colligator hangs on to win stage 1 at Kentucky. Final stage point, I could not tell who it went to there. And Scotty Jr. takes the 5th stage point there over Extra Seasoning. So it'll be Colligator, Mucka, Ratliff, Ruby, and then Scotty Jr. followed by Extra Seasoning and Scotty D, who just learned why you don't take 2 tires at Kentucky. Oh, Scotty D went back to the 2-tire well. He has not put on left side tires yet. Oh, and I think it was a mistake because he'll just drop to the bottom here. Clip Seasoning. Back through the grass, he's spinning and into the wall. Not a good start for Scotty D. So he did not pit, then went to get out of everybody's way, and he spins into the inside wall. Here we go for the lead. Mucka gets clear of Colligator. Colligator was able to hold off Mucka the last 7 laps of stage 1, but Mucka quickly to the lead in stage 2. Ruby right behind in 3rd. Ratliff way up the track. He might have gotten the wall. I think he actually stays off of it. Colligator opens the door. Oh, Scotty going around. Scotty around. Got tagged by Extra Seasoning, but it's a 1-truck wreck. I think we're going to keep going here. So meanwhile, Ruby the one, the Daytona winner, up to second place. Trying to hold off the 87 of P. Colligator. Ratliff will have fourth place all to himself after that incident between Seasoning and Scotty. Ruby just pulled over. Oh, something's wrong with Ruby. Oh, no, we are under yellow. We are under yellow for the Seasoning Scotty incident. How many laps?
We're on 4:14, so
11 laps left in this stage, a short one. And we'll see what Mucka decides. Scotty D will receive the free pass under this yellow. Looks like Colligator's gonna stay out. He decides to come in, leaving Ruby as the lone driver to stay out. And I think this is not gonna work out well for Ruby. So, Hooters Truck Series, presented by Big Ten Racing. Big Ten Racing just had their second Daytona 500, won by Commissioner Team Jeter, his second Daytona 500 championship. And you have more Big Ten Racing this Friday night from Atlanta. So meanwhile, back in the Hooters Truck Series race, Mucka and I think Extra Seasoning. Yep, that's Seasoning. They both took 2 tires. Ratliff, Colligator, and Scotty Jr. all take 4. I don't think Scotty D has yet made his pit stop. So it'll be Ruby with no fresh tires, the 2 truck of Mucka with 2 tires, the X51 of Seasoning with 2 tires, and then Ratliff is the first truck with 4 tires, as well as Colligator Scotty Jr. Let's see how this run goes. Into the restart zone, Ruby takes off, he clears Mucka. Scotty Jr. makes it 3 wide for third, and Seasoning in the grass. Scotty's coming for second. He's got fresh tires. Can't make it stick underneath Mucka. Seasoning and Ratliff touch. And it will definitely be interesting to go back and watch that restart. Ruby slides up in 3. That opens the door for Mucka. For the lead. There are 9 to go, I think. Maybe 8 to go. And Scotty is being penalized for making an illegal restart. So he will drop back, give up the spots that he gained. So that means Ratliff now is the top truck with 4 tires. And he is coming for Mucka, trying to get that playoff point. Trying to get those 5 stage points. Ruby drops to 3rd, Colligator's in 4th. Ruby inside on Ratliff. Here comes Colligator to the outside. Colligator pushing Ratliff down the backstretch. They're going to try and clear Ruby here. Seasoning getting in on the action. Remember, Ruby did not pit that last time. And Ruby will drop back to 4th. Here comes Scotty looking for the spot. Extra Seasoning running in 6th. And Colligator, ooh, he almost made that work on the outside. Hit the wall. He still might make this work. Colligator sliding up the track. That's going to give the 99 a big run. Here comes Scotty. Ratliff to 2nd. Scotty's going to look to take 3rd. And Ruby wants 4th. 5 laps left in the stage. Contact between Ratliff and Scotty. Ratliff into the wall, into Colligator. Meanwhile, Mucka has just driven away with his 2 tires. I did not think this would work, but with everybody battling so hard behind him, he has had no problems. 4 laps left in the stage. Can Scotty Jr. run down Mucka? He's got 4 fresh tires. Ruby did not pit that last stop. Mucka took 2. Scotty gonna pull away from Ruby there. But he's got a long way to go to catch Mucka for this stage win. They come to 3 to go. Mucka just made the pass on Ruby. Watched everybody fight amongst themselves. Here comes Ratliff. He's looking for second. And this battle for second will definitely make it so that Mucka wins this stage. As they come to 2 to go, Scotty just kept it off the wall. Ratliff to second. Ruby fighting hard on those older tires, up to 3rd. And Ratliff just a little too high there. Ruby's gonna get a chance off of 2. Ratliff able to clear. Maybe Ruby gives him a little bit of a shove into 3. It comes to the white flag for this stage. Scotty Jr. might try and get both of them here. Ruby blocks. Ruby to second right now. Does Scotty make it 3 wide? Ooh, he thought about it. Ruby's gonna hold them both off through 2. Although Scotty Jr. got a good run. Into 3. This battle for second. These are points right here. Ratliff diving inside the 24. Mucka will win the stage and get the playoff point. Ruby's gonna hold on to second. Ratliff 3rd. Scotty 4th. And extra seasoning holds off Colligator for 5th. So Colligator got that first stage win, but in the second stage, no points for the 87 truck. A hard-fought battle for the stage points here at Kentucky. But Mucka wouldn't know anything about that. He drove away and won stage 2 handily. And hopefully everybody after that 11 lap or 9 lap run, to conclude the stage will be taking 4 tires this time. And we've seen behind the lead just everybody dogfighting for these positions. It's been great racing so far. Mucka, Ruby, Ratliff, Scotty Jr., and seasoning the top 5. Stage 3 begins at Kentucky. Contact between Ratliff and Scotty doesn't really affect either of them. Ruby clears Ratliff, looks to the inside of Mucka. Mucka's got the run down the straightaway. Ruby's just got to slide into second. Here comes Ratliff looking for second. Ruby deep into 3, using Mucka as the brakes. Ruby inches ahead. Side by side throughout the field. Scotty into Ratliff. Seasoning takes 3rd. Mucka hanging on the outside of Ruby. Oh, Ruby just cleared him by the narrowest of margins. And Mucka a little bit too high there in 3. He's going to try and get a good run off of 4, though. Ruby put it down too early. Mucka gets to the inside. Ruby gets a good entry. Mucka, though, he's going for the win off the corner. Side by side down the backstretch. Ruby's got to let off early and try and cross him over. He drives deep instead. And he's just going to drift too high up. Mucka back to the lead. Ruby falls in line in second. Seasoning up to third. Oh, there was a little bit of a lag spike there. Knocked Seasoning back. He's going to drop to fifth. I think the 20 truck had a tiny bit of lag, but it really affected Extra Seasoning. And Ruby is staying right on the back bumper of Mucka. Mucka looking good in one, but he might have overdriven and gotten back to the gas too soon in two because Ruby gets a great run off the corner. He's to the inside. The 20, the 02, and the 20 clear.